is Jamerica 5288, and you know I always have something special for you. Always something new. So I was watching YouTube and I was like, what can I look up? I remember it was in Germany. There was a lot of Turkish people there, and they used to make a pizza, but their pizza didn't look like the normal Italian pizza. It was like an eye shape. It is called PIDE. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna make some PIDE, and I'm gonna put my own toppings on it. PIDE is just like pizza. You can put whatever you want on it. I don't think they use pork, but you know what? I am. We're gonna make PIDE. PIDE is the form and the recipe that I am going to be using and the way that they do it. Oh, it looks like it's delicious. Let's get to it. Let's make PIDE, AKA Turkish pizza. Let's go. So today we're going to plant some sage. Get it out of here. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's get to it. So it's time to get started on our PIDE. It's spelled P-I-D-E, not A. It's spelled, I guess it's like the Spanish E. PIDE. PIDE. So I need to get some flour. I need for the recipe, I need 2.5 cups of flour. So I have my flour here. I'm gonna leave my flour here because we're gonna use it more than once. You know, with crust, you have to use it quite a bit. That's 3, 4, 2.5. Here we are. And I tested my yeast because I've had this yeast for a while, and it seems like it's good on my test. So I have my flour in here. I'm gonna put a circle in here. All right, move my flour to the side. Make a circle, make a hole. Make a hole in your flour because we're gonna put all of the liquid in the center. So, I forgot to get my salt. I'm gonna use some salt, plain salt. I actually prefer kosher salt, but I have to find it. Here it is. All kind of stuff here. All kind of mess. So I prefer kosher salt. So I'm gonna put about a half a teaspoon of salt in there. Put that around the side. This is kosher salt. Kosher salt is actually sea salt. So if you're buying sea salt or you're buying kosher salt, whichever one's cheaper, because kosher salt, I don't know if they harvest it from a special place, but kosher salt is sea salt. Sea salt is kosher salt. Just letting you know. All right, and then we're going to put some sugar. Let me get one of these. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of sugar. I didn't get enough. That can go back in where it belongs. Okay. Yeast. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of yeast. Put it in the center. And then we need some butter. I melted some butter in here. Hopefully it did not, it's good. It's just still a little solid. Let me start that and get that butter down to where it needs to be. Okay, what else do I need? So I have flour, salt, sugar, yeast, and I need the butter, and then we can start kneading it, okay? Sometimes a few seconds on camera feels like 50 minutes. our soft butter here. I'm gonna put that along the sides because it's a little warm. It might kill my yeast. Actually, I'm gonna sit it to the side for a minute. I'm gonna sit it to the side and I'm gonna mix it on itself. Oh, butter is so, I just love the way butter looks. I don't want it hot. Heat will kill your yeast. Warm will not kill your yeast. Okay, I'm gonna put it around the sides. Not on the bowl, but on the extra flour. And then I need some water. Now there is no measurement for the water because this is not scaled. Get a spoon, start mixing it because I don't want my hands to get all pasty. Now you all know what a pizza dough is supposed to look like, right? Or have you seen the people make pizza dough? So that's what we're trying to get, the consistency of a pizza dough. And when this thing starts picking up all the flour, we know that it's good. Put a little bit more, and then I'll start using my hand after I mix that in. Take the extra off the spoon. Start using your hand, folding it in on itself. And you'll know if you have enough. You'll be able to tell. It's supposed to look like a pizza dough, okay? So we're gonna keep on kneading it until we pick up everything on the side. I'm gonna put a little bit more water, just a tip. So I use maybe a cup of water, maybe. And this is all-purpose flour that I'm using, as usual. That's all I have in the house. I'm picking up all of the remnants from around this bowl. Everything gets incorporated. Okay, now we're gonna move it to a flat surface. Okay, so I have my flour here, I have my dough here, and you can tell it's still a little rough. You'll be able to feel the roughness on it, and we need to work that out. So, let's get some flour, put it on our board, and we are going to flat it and keep on working it. Working on itself. You see, I'm gonna flat it down and I'm gonna roll it over, and I keep on doing that, pressing down. The more you work this dough, the harder it's going to be to work with because the gluten in the flour is breaking up. So it becomes like an elastic band. And to fix that, we're gonna have it rest for 30 minutes. So I'm just gonna knead this thing out, and when it gets to the consistency of a rubber band or similar to a rubber band, or to, let's see, what can I compare it to? The consistency of a little bit stretchier than Play-Doh. That's when we're gonna stop. So I'll bring you back then, okay? So I've been kneading this dough for maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and it's become soft. So now I wanna roll it out, and I'm gonna cut it into 7 pieces. And it's really elastic. It's really, really elastic. I'm gonna try to get it into 7 equal pieces. And in order to do that, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take borrow from one to another till I get them to about the same size. So let me cut it. Take my cleaver. When at first you don't succeed, try again. So I need to spread it out a little bit more. Okay, how do you do this? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. those are about. So I have 7 little balls approximately the same size, and I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna roll them in my hand and I'm gonna make them into a ball. I need a ball. I need a ball. So taking my thumb and my finger, I'm rolling it into a ball. That's one down. Move you back so you can see. Taking another one, rolling it on the table and in my hand. I am not from Turkey, so forgive me if I cheat. I do it the Jamaican way. I'm gonna roll it with my hand, make sure I got it. All right, roll it with my hand, take it on the board, roll it into a ball. Here we go. Gonna make those snug as a bug in a rug. Roll it into a ball. I'm kneading it with my fingers while I'm doing this. That's another one. This one is a little skimpy. Roll it into a ball. Make sure I get it together, girl. I want it to be neat. Doesn't matter, I'm gonna roll these out anyway. Roll it into a ball. Last one. So we got 7 of them right there. I'm gonna take my bowl, cover it up, and I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. Time for the toppings. I have some mozzarella and I have some fresh Parmesan here. I recommend that you try to buy fresh rather than already grated. It's better for you. I'm not sure. I hear that they spray it with some kind of anticoagulant so that it will not stick together. So I just do my own. It's not that hard anyway. Look at that. We're only gonna do one. So I need a little bit more cheese. And I'm gonna mix my Parmesan and my mozzarella together, because that's just the way Jamaica wanna do it. That's just me. So there goes my mozzarella right there. All right, and here's my Parmesan. Fresh Parmesan is always better. I don't know what this is on it. It's been around for a while. Look at it, it's aging, but it's still good. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna grate fresh Parmesan. That's good right there. All right, I got those 2 done. I put them in the same bag. Although the moisture levels are different. No, I'm not gonna put them in the same bag. I'll mess up my Parmesan. My Parmesan is expensive. All right, so I have these 2. Mix them together, because that's just the way I want it. Okay, so I have my pile here. I might have enough for 2. We'll see. We're gonna move that to the side. Let me smash this to get all the extra mozzarella off of, Parmesan off of here. Put this in the sink. All right, I got a little pot going. Been boiling down some tomato. I put some basil, some oregano, and I think that's it. Maybe a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder. Yeah, I can smell it. It smells pretty good. So I boiled it down to almost a paste. You see that? All right, here we go. We got 1 piece of dough right here out of the many that we have. Put that to the side. Well, I should have picked up another one, huh? I'm gonna take this one, cover those back up from the elements. Turn this around so y'all can see. I'm gonna roll this thing out. Roll out, roll out. Oh, move over. It's like being at a bed with your brothers. You gotta make room, right? Move this stuff over. And we want to make it, oblong, because, I said it looked like an eyeball, right? Let me put some flour on the bottom. I said it looked like an eyeball, right? So we want to stretch this thing out. We don't want a circle. We want kind of an oblong, oblong shape. Get it together, girl. Speak English, girl. Let me put some flour on top and on my pen. This is in my way. I don't want to get another board. So I'm making it longer than it is wide. I want it wide, but I don't want a square. You know, we want it thin because we want it crunchy, right? I'm from New York. You know we like crunchy pizza over there. We do. We were raised like that. Crunchy. All right, it's not perfect, right? So I got that. Got it. Let me roll it out a little bit more. Seemed like it shrunk in on itself. When I flipped it over, it did its own thing. All right. Good enough for Jamaica work. I'm gonna smooth it out, make sure it's not stuck to the table. While we're doing this, we wanna get our oven as high as possible. I put mine to 550, I think. 536 is what the recipe calls for. So this is the best I could do. I got one of these, you know, sifters or one of these splatter guards. I put some parchment paper on it. I'm gonna take my eye or my PIDE. I'm gonna stretch it out on top of this thing, and I need to put some tomato sauce. Want my oven to heat up quicker than it is. I'm gonna slather that on the bottom. Not a lot to make it mushy, but I want it on there. All right. I'm gonna take my my filling, my cheese, put that on there, and I'm gonna take this, right, and I'm gonna pinch it on the ends and flip it up. We're trying to make a boat. Take it, I'm gonna pinch the ends on itself. Now the chef who did this, she did a better job, but she is from Turkey and she's more experienced. She's a chef. I'm an aspiring chef, a cook, an AKA a cook, or someone who is experimenting with different regional cooking. How about that? Let me get all of my powdery cheese off this board. I want all of that on there. All right, not done. Jamaica is not done. So we got our sauce, we got our cheese, and I've had some, let me see if this is any good. I've had some prosciutto or bruschetta, depending on where you come from, in the refrigerator for a long time. Yes, and I don't think, you know what, I don't think I'm gonna put it on there until after it's done. But I'm shredding my bruschetta. See that? Shredding it. Or prosciutto, depending on where you come from. It's the same thing. Aged pork. All right. So we've got this done. I'm gonna put it in the oven under I put it on 550, and I will be right back. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide this paper off. Because I'm only making one, I'm gonna put the rest in the freezer. Just make them as you need. You have company that... You know butter make everything better, right? And it's... Okay, so I wanna put some pepper on it, but I wanna taste it first. All right, let's taste the end first. Moment of truth. Is it really hot? It's a pizza. It tastes like a pizza. It's nice and crunchy. This is good. It's the next day and I'm going to make another one. Yay! So I just have a little bit of mozzarella. So I'm going to use cheddar cheese, Parmesan, and mozzarella, what little mozzarella I have left. So I'm going to grate this up real quick. My oven is preheating to 550 again. And this is more in the traditional way that they used to do it, or that they do it, I should say, in Turkey. They use cheese, and I'm gonna put an egg on top because this is my breakfast. I'm trying to do equal parts of all three cheeses. I'm not sure what cheese they use, but I know that the lady said that she mentioned mozzarella. She didn't mention Parmesan though. I'm doing this on my own. Okay, let me see. I think I got enough. I'll put a little bit more parm. I hope the cheddar doesn't take over the flavor profile of this thing, because cheddar is strong. Put my mozzarella back in my bag. And just for a little color, I'm gonna do some mozzarella. Excuse me, some cheddar. So we have our dough here. Put our cheese on. And last time I had to rewatch other people do it. They just flip it up. They leave the center open. And they just flip it up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Miss Jamaica. Get it straight. Get it in the center, girl. That's right. In the center. I'm going to do a double flip. Double flip and a twist at the end. There. There. And then at the ends, they just pinch it like a boat. Get it at the end. And I'm just gonna pinch it together. It's not gonna work. And back in the oven it goes with the egg. All right. Hopefully everything's good. Yay! I don't know what to do first. Okay, moment of truth. You get a fork and a knife. They say the ends are the best, so I'm gonna taste the ends. Let me put the knife down before I hurt myself. Just a minute. Crunchy. That's good. Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom. I can taste my friend, the butter. Egg time. I'm gonna bring you down for this. That is perfect. This is perfect for breakfast. Now, today is not the same day as when I did the one that was like pizza. The one that was like pizza was just like pizza, but this is good and you can eat it for breakfast. You don't need anything else. Just this. And I froze the dough. I took it out this morning. I let it sit out for like 1 hour. And I just did what I just did in front of you guys. This is good. This is delish. So, I thank you guys for being with me. This is Jamerica 5288. Please like and subscribe.